Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Markets attempted some support today. Let's take a look at how these internals are working. Still seeing this mildly bearish state in the bear market. We are seeing this overall trend. While this is a slower moving indicator, it's still climbing. Essentially this number right here, this -5, is this number, or this number right here, this line. So you can see we were all the way down at -20, and with this sideways pattern that we've been working on S&P 500, it's just been slowly climbing. So we are getting close to crossing, well, not super close, but we're working our way in that direction. When we cross back up again, as far as our indicators, that switches back to a bull market. So we'll see if we continue to get some strength right here. As I mentioned yesterday, the market, the weakness is getting kind of precariously close to falling off the table right here, and we want to watch to see how this support area holds up. It's not surprising that we saw a little bit of a pause right here. We'll look at the S&P chart here in just a second, but breadth, momentum are starting to slide towards that lower end of the range. So we really need to see some demand, some buying coming in here to the market at this level. If it doesn't, then more than likely we're going to continue to roll over and head lower, and that's just simply what the data is saying. We still have a buy-sell ratio. In this case, it's 0.38. Traditionally, it can get a lot lower than that. This one was 0.2, 0.3, really low market bottoms. It'll get down here to 0.4, 0.3, and what that looks like is on the chart, it looks something like that. So the wider these two bands are, the lower this number is, and we're not quite there yet. So if we do get some acceleration to the downside, that certainly could happen if we break through support right here. If we look at this SPY chart, and you can see that kind of that bullish bar today, where we opened, we traded all the way lower, we rallied all the way back up, got to a high point, and then ended up settling down slightly lower. So it was still kind of a volatile day, but kind of a bullish day right at these support areas. You're seeing a couple of bullish candlestick tails here, bottoming tail bars, and that's an indication of some buying right here. So we'll see if we get some acceleration back to the upside, some continuation to the upside. We did see sectors, construction taking over as in the #1 spot here. If we take a look to see what some of those names look like, LYTS, this is a beautiful chart. This is a very low volatility, just this tight, nice upward trending channel with a nice trend profile and a lot of green in the fundamental range there as well. So a nice looking setup there on the #1 stock inside of that. FIX, kind of a breakout trade. We saw a lot of those on the muscle stocks, where we saw, or not the muscle stocks, but the new buys, some breakout trades, and they were big gaps. So that always takes that momentum typically too far out of range. It's not a range you want to be buying. You want to let that pull back a little bit and allow for some consolidation to take place. We saw that on a few charts here, not that one. SMC, good looking chart there, nice pattern. I mentioned this before in a lot of these videos. We want to stay out of this. We want to focus primarily on things that are green and moving higher. They're already moving in this direction, and we don't want to try and fight this. And once that trend direction starts to move, then that gives us an opportunity to jump back in. We're never going to be right here. We're never going to be buyers right here at this bottom. We want confirmation. We want the trend to show us that it's already moving in the right direction, and we're willing to sacrifice a little bit of maybe early entry for a little bit more confirmation, at least with this strategy, with this trend following strategy. So decent chart pattern there. ALCS was another little chart pattern. There's actually quite a few good looking ones in here to look at. And if you just go ahead and go through that list today, the new buys list. If you don't have access to the site, you can sign up with the link below, and I've got a bunch of other additional trainings and topics for you to go through and learn the software and learn the overall methodology. And that is at the link below, as I mentioned. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.